On the bus going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah, and we rolling through your town. Yeah, hey, round and round and round and round and round.
Yeah, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by the Bank of Dudley since 1905. We are your first source for mediocre, below average, subpar, whatever else you want to call it, for below average sports coverage. We're glad you could join us today. My name is Chill. Heights rocking the Bank of Dudley shirt with us this morning. Hey, we got a table full this morning. We back at it this morning. Let's meet the guys. Sitting to my right, he's a UGA graduate. He's a diehard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. Everybody's an idiot compared to him. I'm talking about the one, the only, the pride of Buddy Johnson Road. Newly pride of Dogleg Drive. Put your hands together for Adam Hightower.
Happy and humble to be here. Just a blessing to be on the show.
Most humble guy I know, boy.
Most humble. Shout out OJ Hall. Humble.
Robin Hood.
Sitting to his right, it's his little big brother. He just looks like chewed up bubble gum with his shirt off. Nobody drives out a brisket quite like him. We're his only friends. His head is small, but his face is fat. He's redheaded, y'all. Put your hands together for Matt Opie Hightower.
You know, that Buddy Johnson thing just made me think. Daddy used to tell us that slow children at play sign was about us. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Still we were slow.
Pretty good.
They didn't get it. I had to explain
I didn't get it.
That's it.
He's got his sign ready over here. Y'all, he had a cup of coffee in the Marines. They call him Short Story Long.
I like that.
Weekly, 0% research, but 100% passion. He is a War Eagle for life. I'm talking about the Bear, Mitch Longhorn. What we got this morning for the radio listeners?
It's a great day to be a Raider.
You know, most
It is a
folks
great day to be a Raider.
will get on the mic and wait for you to stop talking. Law just waited for you to start talking for him to jump in.
Well, that's his signal. That's his signal to go.
He don't feel comfortable unless somebody else is talking.
When I hear my theme, I play my theme music. I'm like Dion Neon.
But you got to understand that Law never hears anything. It's whenever he's set to go, whenever it comes, he's going. And if it's somebody else is talking, they're going to stop. He's going to get loud.
I got a funny story about that.
Let me determine if it's
So yesterday I got up at like 4. I'm thinking I'm
PM.
running.
So you laid out of work.
The long bus route that I have to run, I have to be at the first stop at like 5:45.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The one that goes way out to Eastman.
Mm-hmm.
You're picking kids up at 5:45?
That first stop is like 5:45. It's a long. Well, there's not a lot of kids on the bus, but they're so spread out.
Hey, you can move that mic, bud.
Well, it
Not much.
falls off the snow.
There we go. Get in there.
But so I thought I was running that route, and then I remembered. Chuck had sent me a message. So I looked. So I'm running Chuck's route because he's been off for 2 days. He took him a little vacay.
Not true.
But so for an hour, sat at Southwest, just pissy. So I'm texting Haley. I was like, dude, these guys, man, I done got up at 4. I'm sitting over here for an hour. I was like, they really got me today. She said, I'm sure they told you. You probably just wasn't listening.
Most deaf. So you sat in the parking lot for an hour?
For an hour. It's just sat there for an hour.
What happened to stand by your man, man? It should never be your fault.
She's been with me long enough to know.
She puts up with a lot.
I'm not a great listener.
Well, it's one of those things where your woman behind closed doors is supposed to tell you those hard truths. But in public, she probably will have his back.
That's fair.
That's how Haley is.
That probably gave you some good time for some self-reflection. That's how Haley is.
She got real upset last week when you made the 9 out of 10 comment. Real upset.
You made the 9 out of 10.
No, I just repeated what he said.
What did I say? I don't remember.
He said if she's a 9, I'm a 9.
That's what you were saying.
She's a 10.
No.
You said 9.
I said no. I corrected you and said
I think I remember him agreeing.
No, you said 9. Then you backpedaled. Said
I
10.
just repeated what he said.
But hold on now. Do you know what I said was a repeat of what you literally said at Jay's barn?
No, I was just repeating what you said.
Oh, he's busted now.
My baby's a 10.
So chicken or egg?
There you go. She got a whole episode named after her last week, too.
And was pissy. Real pissy.
Not happy about a 9.
Dude, what kind of world you live in that a 9 is like, you know what, I'm upset.
Somebody hits me with a 9. First off, we got to get them eyes checked. But secondly, I'm ecstatic about a 9.
Well, you've seen the YouTube video where the guy said it was a 10 is a unicorn, a mythical creature.
She just needs to make sure, be happy that it doesn't work reverse. if you're a 9, if she's a 9, you're a 9. What if you're a 6, she's a 6? You know.
Well, he is a 6 at best.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
She's not.
That's not true. It's not true.
In your Marine days, though,
I mean, I'm
8.2.
I'm pretty close to perfect. Other than a listening problem, I do have a listening problem.
A listening problem.
I feel like if I was on medication, like
You don't smell great.
I smell wonderful.
You walked in here this morning.
Here we go.
Walked in here this morning.
Once an episode, it's got to get brought up.
Walked in here this morning smelling like not some bad decisions.
Once an episode, it's got to get brought up.
And I didn't want to go there because when you said you were waiting for an hour outside, I thought
it was an angry. It was an angry puffing hour.
I didn't even go there.
He was holding them like this, walking in circles.
So it's 2 mornings in a row I done got up at 4 in the morning.
Hey, we proud of you all. We proud of. We'll count that as 2. We'll count that as 2 presents attendance.
I hit that snooze a couple of times.
I'm so proud of you.
You'll count it for 2 attendances because I've been here twice. That's why you'll.
What I was saying is I'll give you an extra one.
That's why you'll count it.
Here we go. All right, guys. Wherever you're listening, make sure you are subscribed. YouTube.
By the way, we're airing this episode on Wednesday because this clown couldn't be here on Tuesday.
He was at work.
Was he?
Yeah,
Listen, I knew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because I knew. Hold on. I knew he was going to say something like that because in his mind he can't differentiate being out of town for work and telling everybody in advance, and then just sleeping in and not showing up and telling people you're going to be there. Like both of those to him, or you couldn't make the show. So
you weren't there. You weren't there. Go regardless. Irregardless the reason.
I mean, he's not there 2 days. Who runs your copies and grades your papers? I want to know.
Man, I had a pile of
he's
copies.
backed up. I got a lot of work when I get there this morning.
I got everything caught up. Thank God.
Who sits in the back of the class and watches YouTube videos if Chill's not there?
Exactly.
That's not true. I'm grinding back, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Well, Height can relate. You know, when you're in there with Law, you're kind of the medium. Like you're
no.
Just making
don't
sure
relate yourself to Height. Don't you relate yourself to Height? Height's the best co-teacher I've ever had.
Thank you, Law.
So when you're there,
I couldn't find that delay.
My bad. JD Carter.
Whenever Law says
JD,
something,
sorry he did you like that, JD.
No, you and JD. You're just a notch above JD, just a notch.
JD,
whenever Law said,
me and you can talk about, which me and JD talk about wrestling too.
I just turn my mic off. I'll just give up.
Long ride this morning. Hey, let me just every time you talk, I'm gonna interrupt you.
So whenever
we have one time
it ain't relevant anymore. I quit.
That ain't relevant. He went heavy breathe laughing.
Golly, man. I got about 3 or 4 starts in me, and then I'm done.
Yeah, go ahead, Oak.
No, I'm done. I'm not saying it.
But you know what?
I'm going full Law this morning. I quit. I'm not saying it.
Oh, well, this gives me an opportunity. Wherever you are listening, make sure you are subscribed, whether it be YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Make sure you subscribe. Visit our website, www.thebiguglysportshow.com. So, I was absent from school the last 2 days, as Law said, but we had area golf in Statesboro. We had a practice round on Monday, and we played yesterday. And, man, the girls... Kate Belote, shout out to Kate Belote. She shot 83, had a bad day. It was not a good day for her. But with the 83, she was low medalist, which makes her 4-time area low medalist, first time in West Lawrence high school history that's ever happened. So big shout out to Kate Belote. She's a stud. And the girls end up finishing 3rd, and we will qualify for state with that. So
congratulations, Chill.
Thank you, bud.
You're the head girls coach, right?
Yeah,
I thought.
Really coaching.
Man, amazing leadership.
So we'll go in May. We'll go to Callaway Gardens somewhere over there to play. But
what about our boy Witt?
Pine Mountain.
The boys. So the boys. The boys played. Okay, and we have no juniors or seniors on the whole team. It's nothing but freshmen and
How'd my
sophomores.
boy Martin do?
Can he get there?
I'm just trying my best to. He won't even let me get there.
Man.
This dude's got too much energy this morning.
Great kid, Mr. Martin.
They all are. Anyhow, so
best boy.
That's a good old boy.
We knew going in, Benedictine and Wayne were going to be 1 and 2. They're both really good. So there's only 3 spots. So us, Southeast Bullock, and Perry were really playing for 3rd. And Southeast Bullock and Perry have been better than us all year. Southeast Bullock beat us the other day at our place by 7 or 8 strokes. But we get out there and we battle. And we end up beating Southeast Bullock and forcing a playoff with Perry.
Oh.
And the playoff was electric. So the whole tournament was over. Us and Perry get on the tee box. Our 1 and 2 with their 1 and 2. Our 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. You take the top 4 scores. We go down hole 1.
Were people nervous, you think?
There were people everywhere. Like the teams had stayed. So
Like the
first group, everybody's up by the tee box. The first group of 4 tees off, and as they're walking down the fairway, everybody coming down the fairway with them. So they come up, and in this first round, getting chills thinking about height.
Was there any chili dips?
No,
That's
not
what I would be doing. That's what I would be doing.
Too many eyes on me.
So our 1 and 2 are freshman Wade Martin, freshman Brody Graham. Wade has what he would consider an off day, and he goes +8 for the tournament, shoots an 80. What I would consider the round of my life.
Yes, absolutely.
Brody Graham, a freshman, 1 under, doubles 18 to go 1 over. Okay, so he ties Benedictine's boy for the low medalist of the whole tournament, and this is 2 regions in this, it's area. So within the team playoff, we've got Benedictine's
Also, low medalist playoff.
Benedictine's guy plays in that first group, so there's 5 of them in the first group. So you've got the team and also the individual. So we go down there, Brody and the kid from Benedictine, he's a freshman also, punishes one. He hit it to the abyss down there. I mean, it was high, it was fine. Anyhow, he hits his second shot, and he's on the fringe. He's right there he's putting, but he's got a decent putt. And he ends up putting it about that far. He pars it. So Brody's down the left side. He hits an approach shot of he's 30 yards. It was a short par 4. He's probably 30 yards from the pin. About that far. I know y'all can't see it on the radio. About 2-3 feet. Yeah. Sinks it for birdie for the low medalist.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to Brody Graham.
Also taught Brody Graham. Great, good old boy.
You taught him how to play golf?
That's a good old boy. No, I taught him a little world history.
So West Lawrence brings home the girls and the boys overall low medalists for the whole area. So that was pretty cool. So we end up going birdie and 3 pars out of our top 4 golfers. They go birdie and 3 pars. So we have to go to hole 2. And me and Wick kind of let each other. We felt like we had balled out on that first hole, and we had to win it right there. And then they end up getting us by a stroke or 2 on hole 2. So the boys did not qualify for state, but
your low medalist does.
Low medalist Brody will go, and the girls team will go. So really good. Good learning experience from boys because man, I'm like you. They all hit good shots. I would have chili dipped. A kid from Perry had one of those knee knockers. He had a 2 on the first hole. He had to have par. He was the number 6 golfer. He had to have par to force another playoff, and it was about a 2-foot putt uphill.
Blew it.
And I'm no, he made it. That's why I wouldn't do it. But I was thinking, no way I make that.
So we have some.
That's great. You told a good story. I enjoyed it.
We feel like you were there. Mm-hmm. You visualized?
I was locked in.
Forest Heights, great course, by the way, too. Sorry, I wasn't really finished with my thoughts, but
why don't you bash on him?
You can get in.
Why don't you bash on?
Go ahead.
So I got a buddy of mine that played in a tournament. We sponsor a lot of golf tournaments, and he was getting to play. I think it was an FCA tournament, but Bobby Bowden was down at the golf tournament. He was playing a hole with a few different groups, and this guy's a huge Florida State fan. Like when they went out to California and played a national championship game, he was there. Big time Florida State fan. Well, he's getting to play with his hero on the first tee over there at Houston Lake, and Bobby Bowden's up there watching him. He's like, man, I'm going to tee off on one. Just absolutely rears back, swings as hard as he can, and swings and misses.
Practice swing.
Swings and misses in front of his hero.
I can see me doing that.
Corkscrew and falls down.
Yes.
If you're in that situation and you're up there with your hero,
I'm not hitting my shot.
But here's the thing.
Hit my ball
Hitting
up
the ball?
on that hole.
Here's the thing, Oak. When it's just me and y'all, I don't know what I'm doing on the tee box.
Much less
you might swing and miss up there.
Yeah, it could happen.
I tell you, I was playing golf last Friday afternoon and I had a nice little round going. Feeling real good about myself. Felt like I had figured some stuff out. Fixing to go low. Coming into 18. 18 is a nice little tee shot over water. Boy.
Put 2 in the water.
I wish. I wish.
Big box of balls.
Big old. Well, I didn't know this, but 18 birdies at which I use stops at 10. That's a blow up. So I had to do a little math on my own.
Did a little 10
to get to the 13 that I had on number 18.
Your score on 18 birdies looks a little better than what it.
Yeah, I had to supplement that. I mean, when you talk about an all-time blow up, that was it. I mean, when you're sitting 7 on the tee box, it ain't gonna be a good.
Were you by yourself or you with buddies?
No, I was with a couple of buddies.
I was about to say,
where were you at your mental state when that happened?
Going into that hole, I was real good. I was like, let's run it back. Let's run an E9. Let's do 9 more holes. After that hole, I was a little tired. I was like, I'm good. We can just go.
Took a lot out of you.
Maybe let's get some wings in the clubhouse.
How did your buddies, because that's a tough thing to see a buddy melt down, depending on how good of friends you are.
That would be awesome.
Because if I were there, would love it, and it would be so great.
I finally got over the water onto the fairway. Well, not the fairway, near the fairway, and then commenced to just duff 20 yards at a time until I got to the green, and then solid 2-putt for I don't know what you call.
Double par.
9 over, but that's what I had. And
that's y'all golf guys. And if let's say you blow up like that in the Masters, I'm sure those guys never do that. But if they do, what's the max? Or do they just keep hitting?
no, there's no max.
There is none.
Jordan Spieth blew up on a hole the other day and was like +6 or something like that. It was
Really?
crazy.
Yeah, thank God they put a max on. Ours is 10 per hole at area and state. So
I would have figured like double par. If you double parred it,
That's
No
double
such
par.
thing. No
Double
such
par
thing.
pickup in high school is the thing.
that's what it is.
What's a
But
double
areas-
par pickup?
I mean,
You
if
get double
made
par,
it-
you pick it up.
So it's a par 3.
A
If you
double
get
par?
the 6, you might as well pick it
par
up.
4 and you get 8 and you're not in, you got 8.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Double.
I got you.
We do
why
double bogey a lot too to do time because
Yeah,
people be out here
that's the
forever.
main reason for time.
Man, I wish.
I know.
Dude, I could
I would-
visualize you.
You know how much
duffing
better-
at 20 at a time down the fairway.
It's so bad every time.
Was Britt there?
Golly.
Was Britt there?
No, Britt wasn't there.
Were they?
And-
Tell me, were they laughing at you?
No,
They were probably
that's
just
what's
his-
even worse is that it got to a point where they were like, they felt sorry for me.
Why didn't you pick up?
It's probably his subordinates
I'm not a
at work.
quitter.
Like,
I'm not
Daddy
a
didn't
quitter.
raise no quitter.
Got to put that score down.
it's probably his subordinates at work, and they didn't feel like they could really poke fun. They didn't want
one of the lower workers. Now that was a good swing. I don't know.
I mean, everything looked perfect.
Mr. Matt, you're okay.
Listen, I'm
Keep
trying to
going.
establish a handicap, trying to get a consistent
and
handicap.
then but you finished out with a good putt right there.
Two-putt.
Solid
They
two-putt.
clapped him up.
Two-putt.
They clapped him up with that 2-putt too.
There was a girl yesterday from one of the. It's kind of like that at state. I mean, at area and state. That first tee shot. There's more people there than you want because the next tee times are coming. Everybody's kind of watching it. There was a girl from another tee. She got her and hit one, and it was not good. And she just came right there smiling to her coach. She said, "At least I hit it."
That's when you start talking about breakfast balls.
Do you remember when we were coaching at Toombs at the two worst golf coaches in history?
Man, and teams were terrible too.
And we had a practice round. We were supposed to go down and play. We decided not to because it was going to be on the weekend.
Was it Laura Walker? Is that where?
No. And then we we took the practice round at Laura Walker because it was a weekday.
That's right.
But we get down there and we couldn't find the course because the map quest took us to the wrong spot, and we were the only team in the whole area that didn't know that you couldn't go there to that spot, follow the map quest. So we were late to our tee time. And then we didn't get any our kids didn't get warm ups, and I can't remember who the kid was back at Toombs, but he duck hooked one to the left, and it was a low flyer too, so it was near about a worm burner. But anyway, it was. I enjoyed it.
That one year with the boys team, I think it was at Laura Walker when they were putting them scores on the board. Dude, ours were high, like as high as you could be. We were so last by so much. It was hard to look at. I was
Is that like the Raider shootout where the bus was at the bottom?
We were second to last at the bus.
What? I thought we were butt Craig.
So I remember when we were in high school, Josh Wicker decided to go play on the golf team one weekend. Went out and shot a cool 120 in his first weekend out. You have a lot of those.
Speaking of golf tournament, if you're listening, we do have the Raider Rumble this Saturday. So Big O Sports is going to put a team in. So we just got to figure out who wants to play or whatever. I can sit out if I need to.
I'm in.
Okay.
You're in. You're in.
Thanks for the notice.
Well, I just forgot about it.
How many is four-man team?
Yeah.
Well, Jay's probably going to play with y'all.
It don't matter. We'll see. Anyhow, but I'm letting the people know.
Are you in up?
Raider
I don't know.
Rumble.
I gotta look.
Raider Rumble this
play if
Saturday.
Jay don't want to play.
West Lawrence High School Golf Tournament at Green Acres. So it's going to be a good turnout for that.
Also got the Twilight at Green Acres this
Twilight.
Thursday.
You and Jay taking them
Me
down.
and Jay, yep. I tried to get law with my partner.
You got me on that deal.
You need to be more timely in your responses on text message.
Some people have a life. I'm not constantly on my phone.
Law, you went like
Every
28 hours without responding to a text message.
Every time I'm with you outside of school, you're on your phone.
That's not true.
Always on that thing.
Never.
Like
I don't know.
never.
Not on right now. You say always. You misused the word always.
Hey, listen,
quite
on the other side of the break right here, we're going to discuss Possum Hollow. Law's going to give us his rundown on that from this past weekend. We're going to talk a little Dudley Little League and some more. We got the Bus Cup coming up, so y'all make sure you stay with us. We will be right back.
New year, new financial goals? Whether it's saving, investing, or planning for the future, we've got your back. Visit Bank of Dudley today and let's make 2024 your year for financial success. Bank with confidence at Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, member FDIC.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 streaming services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
For all your HVAC needs, please call Elite Comfort Solutions. We specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. The number is 833-483-HVAC, and the website is www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com. Call for a free quote today.
Big Peach Car Wash coming this April across from Walmart on Highway 80. I hadn't washed my truck in 5 years. I'm breaking that streak this April.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. We're right here for segment 2, diving into everything going on around. We had Possum Hollow this past week, so Law, give us a brief, and I do mean brief, update on Possum Hollow from this weekend. I know it's been going for a long time, and
went very well. Some really good music. Hot, really hot out there. If you don't know, Possum Hollow was done this year, I think, after a 20-year hiatus, not having it, but they did it in town this year at the Possum Hollow ball field there, instead of actually down in Possum Hollow where we used to have it. Not a lot of shade trees.
Big boy was sweating.
Oh, it was hot. So great food. I believe Matt ran out of a lot of his stuff he had cooked. I mean, there was a pile of people there. The car show was awesome. I mean, it was a good turnout.
The one thing I heard people complaining about missing was the Possum Hollow cloggers.
Oh.
And they needed you to come out and start clogging in.
She really, I believe if she could have got some people to get me a wardrobe, she was really hyped up about getting me up on that stage and having me show these fancy feet.
If we got you some cloggers, could you replicate any of your routine from back then? You got anything left?
Stop. Yeah, you never forget it. You never.
I tell you what, they'd have to make sure those clogs were made out of some solid oak.
Reinforce that
First of all, they're not wooden shoes. It's not that kind of clogger. It's tap shoes, clown. Taps.
We'll call them taps in because cloggers are wooden.
But that's not what they call them.
I just know that if it was some soft pine or something and you would wear them.
It's not wooden shoes. Nobody. You're thinking of I
didn't know if you were talking like he'd wear them out or there'd be a fire hazard.
I tell you what he's doing is pushing sap, slam out of them shoes.
Hey, Bees, he's passionate about his clogging.
Listen, I guarantee you there's some people that do remember I believe Donna Sapp, my cousin Donna, I believe she remembers part of the routines we used to do.
What we're gonna do
Crystal
is we're gonna get that picture that somebody has sent us before, the photo of you from the cloggers. We're gonna put that on Instagram.
You think that's
I was handsome.
You think Law clogging's why they quit doing Possum Hollow 20 years ago?
Look at it.
No, and I was Mr. Possum Hollow. Haley found that hard to believe, but me and Donna said I escorted her. She was Miss Possum Hollow, and I was Mr. We wanted.
I can believe.
I wish I could find that
believe
picture.
her winning the pageant.
Dude, I'm a good looking.
I think we just got our title for the show, Mr. Possum Hollow.
I'm Mr. I was Mr. Possum Hollow 1 year. I don't think you could run 2 years in a row. I probably would have won it 2
term limits. Don't let that stop.
I probably would have got that ring back to back. You could run 2 years.
He said he had to run. So what I'm hearing is Mom and Daddy bought that.
No, we didn't come from a whole lot of money. Wasn't nothing bought.
Well, he was probably trading turnips and stuff to get you to vote.
The only thing I think needs to be added to
was that Bobby's your daddy, right?
Yeah.
Bobby, yeah, he's trading turnips.
I would like to do it back down in Possum Hollow, where my dad's got cows out there. He leases it from the Hobbs. I would like to do it there.
Are you? Wait, hold on. Are you in charge?
Well, Rod Waits, Mayor
Waits.
Mayor Waits is in charge, and Donnie Screws from Eastman. He was in charge of the music, and I'm telling you, some great music.
Ronnie Musk out here sing?
Right. Ronnie started off the show, I believe. I wasn't there when Ronnie sang.
This is true story. I was at a homeowners association meeting.
That's Silbeam, if y'all don't know Ronnie by name.
I was at homeowners association last night, and people were talking about it. They literally were calling him Baby Elvis.
Ronnie can sing, man. I mean, people.
Little Elvis or Baby Elvis.
And didn't he
he
used to
started
sing
show.
back in the day? Isn't that why they did it? Didn't he used to sing at Possum Hollow? That's what somebody.
Yeah. I can
He's
remember.
been singing as long as I can.
I remember me and Opie and our cousin Ashley. We went to Possum Hollow one year, and Ronnie was just belting it out up there.
He's a good singer, and see, he sings a lot like Elvis. I mean, he used to sing a lot of Elvis songs, but Ronnie can sing anything. He can sing the phone book. He can sing pretty good. But I just remember Ronnie's known for his
Transition lenses.
but they're blue.
Oh, okay.
So his glasses turn blue. And so I just remember growing up, man, he was our neighbor growing up. His son Elijah was one of my best friends.
I know Elijah. Used to work
still at Dairy Queen, I think.
When I said brief.
Not brief.
Jesus.
You know what you're getting.
Well, I mean, I'm all things Dexter. I'm a Dextonian.
Before we move, I do want to know, why do you want it back down in there? Just for the feel of it, being in the shade?
To the shade. It's in the pines. It's in the shade. And I just remember that old. It was that time of year. I wish they would move it also back to the fall.
Well, who's going to clean up the cow pies?
What it used to, Buckhorn Baptist Church would spend the weekend before cleaning up all the cow pies, because all the money, all the proceeds went to Buckhorn Church. They actually built their parsonage and stuff from the proceeds from that. The Possum Hollow ball field was built from the proceeds from that.
All right, wrap it up.
Long story short, I believe Dexter. I think Dexter kind of took it over.
Long story longer. Here we are.
Long story longer. Dexter kind of took it over, and I think it went very well. I hats off to Mayor Rod Waits and everybody that went into.
All right.
That John, right? He does that all the time. After he's told the whole story.
Questions.
After he's told a 10-minute story. Long story short, and I'm like,
not sure about that.
I think it's as he's doing this.
I don't do that. I never do that.
You do that all the time.
I never do this.
The point to the hand, to the open palm, is anytime you're making a point, and even now and then you'll go as you count like this.
I'm counting.
You do it.
Well, used to I did this, but I would always end up. I'd always end up with that one.
You do this all the time when you're teaching.
The first time I brought this up to him, he got like legit upset with me because I said he did that. Meanwhile, I asked JD, everybody, the kids are telling me, never done
That's
it.
about like
Because
telling Justin Marcy limps, and he's like, I don't limp. Mark, he's got club foot. Dude talking about you. Oh, that's good.
If Chuck says it, then it's the God honest truth. I mean, because Chuck would never tell a lie.
There's multiple people.
Look, there it is.
I was doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I know, but it's so natural.
I never do that. If it was natural,
it's a nice move. Like
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it works. I believe everything you tell me whenever you do that.
I'm probably pointing to the board behind me if I do that.
If you had done that when you were telling me your Pope lie, I would have believed it.
First of all, it's not a lie. It's not a lie.
It wasn't 100% true either.
All right, we're getting a little derailed here.
We're not getting derailed. Why every time when I say you were wrong, we getting derailed? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. The world may never know. But I wanted to say I had a homeowner. This is the big news I wanted to share.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Homeowners Association.
He's already kicked out.
No. And
the Hightower boys got to cage him up.
Was it about like putting a fence around your yard or something?
No. And so, it was mentioned about having your dog properly maintained in your yard, which Our dog is. We have the. They did
that same collar that I was out there with that day? We walked right by and he walked right with me and I walking the road. I was like, yeah, we got that dog collar. The dog just keeps walking. I said, that thing works good.
No, we didn't have it worked out then.
Oh, okay.
But it's worked out now. But if anyway, they did make an announcement to make sure your dog, and I knew that was aimed at me because one of there was a family that walks by our house all the time, and she'll just get right to the edge of the fence and just go bananas. She won't go on the road. Anyway, but no, the
It may have
news
been
was,
on Meredith. I think her dog.
Her dog died like 2 years ago.
I know. But her dog used to randomly.
Bitch, that's too soon.
But
Is it 2 years ago?
anyway,
Hey, can you picture how
get over
Height
it.
was acting when they started talking about his dog? He'd do it. He's like, just threw that shoulder shrug and
You're one of these.
so anyway, I want to say that they put on an absolute first class operation for that little dinner they put on.
Oh,
it was
dinner.
catered. Oh man, it was amazing. They had tablecloths and everything.
Where'd y'all do that?
You're
somebody's
in the
house
country
there.
club now. It's a country club.
And so I was super impressed. And then we got down to business and we elected officers. So you boys are looking at your new vice president of the homeowners association.
Was there no administration before this?
Nobody volunteered. This was the only one that volunteered.
One of the sweetest ladies, Miss Marge
Unopposed.
Allagood. She used to teach on the west side.
Just teach me.
And
Miss Marge Bazemore, for you to know her.
she had been the president, but she said she was ready to hand it off to somebody else. So your new president for this year, Whitney Hobbs.
Whitney Hobbs, good one.
How
Good
about
one.
that?
Yeah,
She'll
Whitney
get
Hobbs
things
president.
done.
what a running mate she chose, though. I don't.
Well, her first order of business is that dog situation. She's got.
For people that are not Daytonians, Marge Allagood is the reason she's the homeowners president. I'm assuming the reason she was that back the new 9 over there where the houses are. That was her line.
Yes.
It used to be a big dairy over there, and then
you trying to say she bought the election?
no, she sold the land.
What it
to
sounds
Green-
like to me.
She
Yeah.
sold the
Marge
land.
got
to
it.
Green
We
Acres.
don't need a backstory on all that.
She sold the land to Green
Well, that's why
Acres.
Hyde got vice president. He's got 2 lots in there. That's him and Whitney both. So there they go.
I told Whitney her first order of operation was to adjourn the meeting because it got a little long.
A lot to discuss.
Hey, if you count how much you pay for that septic tank, he's got the most expensive lot in that neighborhood.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Hey, well, Hyde, you deserve it, buddy. I can't think of a better vice president.
Thank you. Honestly, she and I we were ready to get out of there, and nobody else wanted to run, and there's only 3 people in the room under the age of 50. So,
Jamie Lawhorn at the meeting?
no.
Did y'all? Next time y'all have a homeowners meeting and he don't show up, y'all vote for him to do all kind of stuff.
But I would say there's a guy in there that is he's really smart and he knows all the rules, parliamentary procedure and everything. So he was counting up who I was there and how many lots. He said, "Listen, guys, we don't have enough.
Quorum?
Yeah,
Quorum?
we don't have enough. We don't have a quorum." I said, "We've got the Lawhorn's proxy vote." He said, "You can go ahead." and that's the true story. And when we told him, which Law did text me and say, "You all have my proxy vote." So the guys
He gave it to you or Whitney?
both
I
of
feel like
us.
he gave it to Whitney.
Well, Whitney and I voted together.
It was group text. Group text.
We have a group text that you'll
wouldn't
never be
understand.
allowed in.
Well, I'm not a country club liver. I don't live in a country club.
so-
I can't afford that high life.
So stay off a dog leg.
Everybody's staying off a dog leg because they're scared of that dog running out there and get them.
It is time for our second commercial break. On the other side, we do have the next round of the Bus Cup. We've got our Brian Subs winner to announce. So y'all stay with us. We will be right back.
Bank of Dudley is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bank of Dudley offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bank of Dudley bus. Bank of Dudley since 1905.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show,
And I get
brought to you by the Bank of Dudley.
no, and I wish he'd spit that water. Right.
Dude,
I wish Adam would have spit that water right in your face.
I thought for sure I was about to wear that.
What was so funny? What was so funny?
Did you tell him to shut up?
Because everybody's talking and you only said shut up, Mitch.
Hey, I just want to, you know what that reminds me of? Is how Adam shoots a snot rocket at the corner of this
Just
bin
on our-
every morning right before the show.
No, not every morning.
On
That's-
Benny's and Jay's platform in here,
I can't believe y'all did that.
We
to me
got
right
a
here.
floor in here.
Telling lies on me. right
We
there.
inside.
Where's the lie?
We inside.
Where's
It's
the lie?
everywhere. If y'all
Where's
missed
the lie?
people that let me backtrack for the people that weren't in the room with us. I was trying to take a sip of water, but we were getting a little rowdy, and the MC
Short commercial break,
He's
too.
wanting to bring us back from commercial break. So literally, we're all talking, and he just yells at Mitch, "Shut up, Mitch!" And I spit that water on the floor on accident.
That's how I get it.
I'm gonna
That's
have to put that.
it's
We'll
quite
have to
often.
have the camera rolling on. I have to cut off our logo so you can see that before we come back. Get everybody to see the water spit out right here.
It took all I had to
That
not
I
spit on
thought it was. I was feeling him like I felt my leg being wet.
In the plums.
I wish you'd have spit that in Chuck's face. That's what I wish.
Listen, we got to get our Brian Subs winner of the week. So it is that time again. Thank you to Brian Subs for continuing to partner with us through this. And so let's see who this week's winner is. Drum roll, please. Ding. There we go. This week's winner is Shari Spivey.
Tuesday.
Please stop doing that. Congratulations to Shari Spivey. Go buy the Brian's Giant Subs. Tell them the bus team sent you and enjoy that half sub courtesy of Brad Meeks and the gang. So
Cash and Cage's mama.
Oh yeah.
Congrats.
Oh yeah. That's my buddy Chris's wife.
all right, y'all ready to get before we even dive into the Bus Cup, it is time for this week's Bus Cup, brought to you by Black Shear Beverage, so be sure to go visit them. But part owner and operator Wade Hill for Black Shear Beverage.
Do they even deserve a shout out this week, Chill?
Well, I don't want to hold against the rest of them.
A lot of employees down
A
there.
lot of family members that run that.
Yeah,
and
well, we're affecting lives if we start doing stuff like that.
we are, and so Wade last week he was busy, had a lot going on, and couldn't get the Bus Cup to me. So I had to make it up, from the hip, and that happens. He's got a lot going on, family, different
Trash
things like that.
questions is what it was.
Fast forward, this week we're riding the bus home yesterday, and Wade texts and says, "No Bus Cup reminder." And I said, "You know what? That's on you. You're supposed to remember that, not me." He assumed we did the show yesterday like we normally do.
I like how you always.
My gosh, mute. Because there's not a time for you to talk. I was not asking you anything. I was just looking at you.
Don't look at him, Chill.
Okay.
Don't look over there.
So, anyhow, I said, "No way, we doing the show in the morning." He's like, "Oh, good, I got you. I'll get some questions."
Still
No
waiting.
questions.
And
So,
you know what's real bad about that is on the way over, I was thinking about how much I appreciated him doing the questions because he's thinks outside the box, and I really
Right,
like
yeah.
the way his brain works and all. But
As
I
opposed
too.
to Chill's
I like his questions.
yeah,
way
mine are
better.
basic because I've
Chuck's
got other things
questions
to do.
suck.
but I mean, I'm just disappointed in him.
Well, he needs to hear it. He needs to hear it, and
Somebody's got to hold him accountable.
somebody's got
I'm
to
not
hold him
disappointed
accountable.
in you, Wade.
As much-
I
listen.
know you got other things going on in your life that
This much trying to buy points as hard as he can.
I completely understand where
He's
you're coming from.
thinking, Wade, please structure this where it helps.
Well, Wade always wants to know who's going to be there, and which is always usually hard for me to tell him. I'm like,
You
these
said laws
hey,
are regular.
this guy said he was coming. I don't know if he's coming or not.
Chill,
but-
who hadn't missed since Bus Cup started?
That's the only reason he's in the league.
Told you I wouldn't.
Sorry.
I would never miss a show again.
So and plus
you
all the
immediately
But
missed
you
the show.
immediately missed like 2 weeks later.
It was 3-4 weeks, maybe 5, 6, 7 weeks later.
No.
But the way I look at it, it's really the least that Wade and them, as much business as we're sending Black Shear Beverages away because of this.
no doubt.
It's the least they can
Our
do. So.
listening,
People used to.
our listening footprint down in the Lake
been in there.
Blackshear area, huge.
Mama had somebody yesterday at the Toombs County baseball game come up to her and said they listen to it every week. They love the show, and not like a close friend. I know him, nice guy, super nice guy, but not like a buddy that's listening because he knows us.
I had somebody that I worked with the other day, superintendent for a county, tell me superintendent for a county tell me that they knew a guy named Chuck Hill who had a sports podcast.
They did not.
They did, and I was like,
Oh, I know.
It's not Chuck Hills.
yeah, and I was
First
like,
of all,
you know,
it's Adams.
I'm on
podcast.
that show.
So I
Shout out to Shane Williams.
I was calling around for the golf course. I'm on a board at Green Acres. But
good.
we were plugged.
Toot horn right here.
and VP of the homeowner.
In case y'all didn't know, I'm in some pretty high latent positions.
That's
over
how
there.
he got the VP. He gave himself
He
a
is
nod.
most
He said,
humble,
I got my own podcast.
Most of them. I said it with a humble tone. Anyway, so I was helping with the fundraiser, and I called a guy named Brad Childers. Bradford Childers.
Oh, Bradford's running Superior.
So, thank you. And so he's running for public office. And anyway, I called him. We're on the phone. I never talked to the guy ever. He stops me. Hey, is this Adam from Big Ugly? This height from Big Ugly?
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I was humbled. And I said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, man, I knew I recognized your voice whenever we started talking.
Now you got a recognizable voice. What a time to be Adam Hightower right now.
It's not a great voice, but it's a distinct voice.
Bradford also sang at Possum Hollow.
I heard that. He's good buddies with the Cruz brothers. And so, I figured he's good people if he's buddies with the Cruzes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get some quick trivia in right here. We'll write these down. And I'm just firing from the hip. We're staying Major League Baseball trivia here because those are the easiest ones I could find in a short amount of time because, again, Wade let us down. So
I need you to keep an eye on these guys.
Keep an eye. Hey,
a divider.
Just like in school, cover your paper. Keep your hands covered.
All you got to do is hold it up.
All right,
hey,
here we go.
I did listen to the show last week, and I wanted to point out that he shouted out Griffey and then got credit for a second guess.
He said there was multiple guesses. He said it on that question.
Can't remember.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
I also watched the show last week, and both of these guys were looking at each other's So
no chance you saw my eyes. On
guaranteed. Those listeners, please respond back on Facebook.
They're not going to.
Just a comment.
I watched the show too, and I saw Law.
I'm just trying to get a question out.
Moving in.
All
right, here we go.
Roman.
The first one. Who is the only Cubs pitcher to win the National League Rookie of the Year? Oh, loud too. All right, what we got? Show and tell. Call them out.
Kerry Wood.
Ooh, that's a great Maddox.
Okay, so 1 point Kerry Wood for both of you. Y'all keep up your score. 1 point for height, 1 point for OP.
Maddox didn't win the Rookie of the Year.
If he would have, we would have phrased that question differently.
Which two?
Here we go. This one you got to think a little bit here. Who was the last?
I was trying to be nice to you earlier.
Who was the last Dodger player?
You're my boy. I love you.
Hush.
The last Dodgers player with 200 or more hits in the season. He recently retired, played for a few other teams. Not a huge name, but a big name. Good player. Utility player. Third baseman. That's a hard one.
What?
I'll give you another hint while we're thinking. Played for the Texas Rangers.
Not a shot.
Okay. Adrian Beltre. So no winners there. No winners there.
You threw me off when you said not a big name. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but when you think Dodgers, so you were going to guess it?
Well, when you said, I started thinking about other third. But when you said Texas, I was trying to think. I would have said.
I was thinking Michael Young or something.
Yeah, so that's where I went.
Well, I just didn't think he was a huge Dodger. When you think Dodgers, most people don't think Beltre.
I
That's
feel
kind of what I was trying to.
Questions are generated toward not my generation.
He literally played the whole time you were an adult. So I don't
He's all fine.
I'm a Braves fan.
Almost 20 years.
Thank you for the work you put in.
All right, here we go. Prior to Atlanta, which National League team was the last to have 5 players with 25 or more home runs in a season? NL Central. I'll give you that. Prior to Atlanta, which National League team was the last to have 5 players with 25 or more home runs in a season? NL Central team.
I don't.
All right. Watch out, this dude put the Phillies.
He said NL Central, Law.
Not East.
Reds.
St. Louis.
It is the Reds. Give Height one more. Congrats, Height.
Not the Big Red Machine.
Adam Duvall, Scooter
No, what
Janet,
Big Red Machine? Yeah.
Scott Schiebler,
Trash question.
Eugenio Suarez, and Joey Votto. Let's see.
I was in the wrong era. I was thinking, Johnny Bench and all them. But
all right, who holds the Mariners record for the most 4-hit games in a single season? Mariners record for the most 4-hit games in a single season.
I had 2 guesses here, but
I got 2 guesses too. I'm going with this one though, because of y'all's era.
you go with Mr.
All right, let's see what we got. Show and tell.
Ichiro.
Ichiro.
It is Ichiro. Give yourselves one more point for Ichiro.
Ooh, I'm on the board, boys.
He is on the board.
Oh, I forgot how many questions have we had?
3.
3.
You've got 3 points.
You've got 3, Height. Next time you're going to lose a point for not keeping up with it, okay?
Okay.
That's the new rule.
I don't like that rule. I don't agree with that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Trash question.
All right. From 2000, this will probably be the last one because we're out of questions on here. From 2014 to 2019, Mookie Betts' 65 home runs at Fenway Park led all players. Who has the most since he left? Current Red Sox.
Can tell you one person on the Red Sox.
It's infielder.
Oh my God.
I got nothing, but
I don't know.
What do we got?
Xander Bogart.
Rafael Devers.
I had Bogart as well.
So good guess. So Height is this week's winner of the Bus Cup again. He'll be awarded 4 points. Looks like Opie will get 3 and Height will get, and Law will get 2. Again, the trash questions can't be directed at me, though. We've got one person to direct these to
That's
that let
really
us
on
down.
Wade.
Because I'm in a crunch. I'm doing what I can this morning trying to hustle. So Wade's got to do better, and that's just kind of where we're going to stand on that.
Step up, Wade. My God.
That's like
Yep.
That's like when folks complain.
I shouldn't even come for this stupid bus questions.
That's like when folks
You
complain
need to
about
change your tone about the bus questions. That's one thing. Just
You
because
got trash questions.
you got 2 points.
Can we mute Chill? Can we hit Chill's mute?
Moot?
So I can talk.
Can we moot, chill?
Hey, let's divert.
Keep going. Test it. Are you muted or not?
Can't do it. He don't want to get big time right there with that mute button.
I'm sorry, Opie. Hey, you know what? I didn't mean to talk over you. That's
You know,
on me.
we
I apologize.
discussed how he's changed a little bit. But
We can't address that right now. Do we give Jay a point?
heck no.
No points for not
For
being
what?
in. Yeah, that's true. Good call.
-1 for sleeping in.
Alrighty.
Stretch out.
So
lead, Height.
His ear was hurting.
Heidi is stretching the lead. All right, this week wraps up for my daughter anyways, Dudley Little League. We play Thursday and Friday, and you know, I made a comment earlier about when we were practicing for the game, Spanky's pitching just not. So apparently a team meeting was had amongst the coaches, and Spanky never took the rubber this year for us. So he pitched all during practice the whole year leading up to the season, and then when the season got here, we had to go with the head coach who threw better pitches, and girls are hitting the ball. So
Who's head coach?
So you practiced
Jeremy
with a
Lord.
different pitcher than what actually threw in the game?
well, we had to. You know, Spanky was K-ing everybody up there, and I'm gonna hear all about this.
he's
week. I
Was
can't
he
wait.
doing fake pitches at them little
A
girls?
lot of spin. He's curving, and I'm pretty sure I saw him do some fist pumps when he K'd somebody else. He tried to get him throw it around the diamond and pop it back to him. And
So speaking of Little League, we had a little dust up at one of Robin's Little League this week that was probably the most interesting thing I've seen all year out there.
Was Adam there?
No, it wasn't Adam. It could have been better if he'd have been there. But we had a girl get upset about the strikeout, and then kind of got in her head a little bit. And then later on in the game, and that kid threw her stuff down in the dugout, bounced into Avery, hit her shin.
Oh,
she was
now she's
limping
hitting your
around.
daughter.
She was limping around. Nobody said anything to her about that.
Did Avery throw hands?
Nah, she's not a big fighter, but
okay.
this girl, she would have whipped her, but
Wait, the girl would
she
have
would have
whipped
whipped Avery. Yeah, this girl's pretty tough. But later on, she's out there. They're doing infield. Well, they get in. Her and the first baseman get into an argument about something that they're doing, and she the shortstop that had the previous instance tells the other girl shut up. Well, then the coach gets on to him, sends her off the field, tells her to go to the dugout, which is a good teaching moment
Yeah,
right.
for your kid. Well, she's
how
mad.
old are we right here, Opie?
10U.
Oh, okay.
She throws her stuff down. Dad comes over and said, "Get your stuff. We can go play mom and daddy ball somewhere else." And then starts talking about, and then the mama comes over there and she's giving them the business. They don't even know what happened, but the coaches are idiots. They're immediately jumping in there. And
So never address daughter slamming stuff
Never.
in the
They didn't have a
dugout.
clue. They were
Not
probably,
her fault.
They were probably on their phones while all this was happening.
Not her fault, and just giving them the business. And then the mom's like, "You never even let her play catcher anyway. She's a catcher. The kid's been playing third base. We've got 3 really, really good catchers on the team. So she's the third best catcher So the other two play catcher most of the time.
Right.
Well, she's over there telling me she don't even get to play catcher. You just let your kids play wherever they want to. Her kid don't play. The coach's kid don't play catcher. Never once. She just coming out. It's just I can just imagine. It's just like if Height was up there.
I don't know why Dudley Little League is the opposite of Mama Daddy.
And then, well, it ain't Dudley Little League. It's one of Robin's Little League.
Little League.
And then she goes. She tells the coach. It's a husband-wife team at coach, and she does. And don't think I ain't gonna tell so and so what you said about her.
Then they got personal, boy.
Yeah. So I'm like 10 feet away. I'm loving it, man. I'm just having a great time. And so then the guy
I wish
who,
they'd have said, and that fat bookkeeper too.
So then the guy who runs softball for one of Robin's Little League comes over there and wants me to give her an account of what happened.
You got his first-hand account?
I'm giving a witness testimony. I'm laughing the whole time. Loving it, man.
Dude's been cooking the books on over there.
Now that fat bookkeeper.
But you know what? I think that comes down to just, man, you gotta let your kids suffer a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, that could have been a really good teaching moment, but instead it was, I'm gonna have your back no matter what, and you're not gonna suffer any because you're too precious to suffer. Well, no, that little bit of suffering could have taught her how to be a better person when she was older. She was in the wrong.
Why didn't you tell him that, Opie?
I was watching.
Great teachable moment for you.
I had too much popcorn.
He was scared old lady was going to go off on him.
Hey,
no
you
fat
He said at this size, I can't say anything to anybody. That's the last one. I'm sorry. You look great. I think you look good.
Yes.
You look
Best
good.
shape you've ever been in.
Off air, I'll tell you more. Off air, I'll tell you more.
So, all right, tell us a little bit about, I saw, just to stay in that realm, there's some new, I heard y'all talking about in the text, new batting gloves that are a sensation. And
Bruce Bolt is the brand, and so
is he somebody or
no? It was a kid in Texas. He started sewing batting gloves to make money.
Well, that worked out well for him.
And then his dad invested in the company, and it's gone on from there, you know. But
So his granddad was named Bruce, and he was struck by lightning.
okay,
So they came up with the name Bruce Bolt.
well they send a nice package.
And it's got a lightning bolt on them.
So when you talk about some nice batting gloves,
Son.
good gracious, $100 batting gloves.
No,
$100.
$60 back.
Well, I looked on the website, couldn't find anything less than $100. And there's kids.
Well, I didn't buy 'em.
I saw 100 too. I saw
No,
one.
maybe wrong.
There's several kids on Jack's team that have them, 14U ball, and I mean you pick them up, they are nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're Cabretta leather, thick.
Cabretta.
I mean, you go to the website, they talk about them. They're
They're
high
nice.
dollar batting gloves.
What are your thoughts on them?
I mean, $100 for batting gloves. My goodness,
I'm pretty sure. So Brooks just had his birthday his birthday's this Saturday, but we had a little get together last weekend. By the way, I had 13 children at my house. There was 9 extra. I got 4. I had 9.
Did you let them inside?
They all spent the night.
This is more why we had that homeowners meeting that quick turnaround on that.
No, when they were upset about my dog. Love my kids. They, you know how elderly folks are. They
Get
love
rid of the
seeing their kids
dog.
run
You
around.
can keep your kids.
I'm okay with that. That dog. Yes, I'm ready to get rid of that dog.
Back to the
I forgot what I was talking about.
Drop it off at
So
Rogers.
my parents brought Brooks a pair of Bruce Bolt batting gloves, and they are sweet white.
Apparently, they thought he had a huge hand.
they look
From the picture I saw.
big. Do they fit or
They're
they
youth
just
small. They fit fine.
leave it to travel ball height to find another way to spend money on.
They asked him what he wanted because a boy on his team has a pair.
Travel
Couple
ball
boys.
height. Travel ball height.
that is trouble high now?
It's like how much
Does he ever
money
roll?
can I spend on my kids' baseball?
Does he have a rolling
Like,
bat bag?
listen, I never hit above 200, but daggone my boy, he is going to do it.
I hit well above 200 on the JV.
That counts for something.
Does he have a rolling bat bag yet?
Yeah.
It's a boom.
You know what's next? One of them oven mitts for running the bases.
Negative. We're not having that.
Can't slide head first or you're out in the
No.
league. But gotta have that. Gotta have
Got
it.
to.
You know what makes me
Gotta have it in your
mad?
back pocket.
You know what makes me mad is when
Tell us.
them
Tell
jokers wear they put the oven mitt hand thing in their back pocket to go play defense.
I saw.
Golly.
Never know when you got to put on make that dive and play.
You know what? fella his size getting mad about somebody stealing bases makes a lot of sense.
In the West Lawrence Prairie game, I seen a guy that had one in his back pocket the entire game, never took it out of his back pocket and put it on.
It's just an accessory.
Right.
Looks cool.
Crazy.
And it looks like, I feel like there's another way, like, it's really funny when the pros go double up and mid on them hands, watching them trying to get them on. But I've watched Michael Harris and Acuna on games. When they get on first base, they putting that thing on and pulling it with their teeth. And I'm like, your other hand has just got a glove. Like,
Here's the thing.
Why not just pull
In the pros, I would much rather them go double up and mid than have Acuna be out for a broken pinky.
Dude, okay.
You know what I mean?
In the pros, I agree.
Yeah. Now, little kids, there's no, like you said, it's against the rules to even slide head first. Yeah, I mean, but speaking of travel ball height, new travel ball kicking off next week, 7U. Got a 7U
got
team.
another one in. Oh, travel ball height.
Anybody want to try out? We haven't tried.
No, we're not having tryouts. I cherry picked all these kids.
I wonder how many home runs I could have hit if I had $100 batting gloves.
Now Hyde has essentially doubled his opportunity to get tossed out of games. Now he's manning another team.
You don't care both to the same tournament.
After the show where I was, lambasted.
That's still fresh though.
I was lambasted for my outburst and lambasted.
That was lambasted.
Spell it.
Basted. There's no L.
I literally never heard that. I'm glad y'all told me that.
That is a mythical.
Is it basted or basted? Now I need to know that.
I don't know. I've heard it both.
Basted, I think.
I've heard it both. Either way.
Okay.
Either way.
Shame. You were shamed.
I was shamed.
What?
Yeah.
Wrongly
Jason.
persecuted.
No, Jason Locke and Michael Thompson both texted me. And they were giving me a hard time, but it hit me in the heart. Chill, you know one thing about me, I got a tender heart, and
He does.
And when people get on
He's
me,
coachable.
And I learn a lesson. It's like a dog when you hit him in the nose. I got hit in the nose right there for that. And I'm behind the fence at all my Dudley games, and all I'm doing is, umpiring in my free time and telling everybody how good a job they did.
Congratulations, Hyde.
Well, what a new leaf.
New leaf, baby.
I tell you another thing about High Tower. He'll turn over a new leaf.
He will. Hyde, bring us all way out of time.
Pause it for a second. You got to make an announcement. Tomorrow at West Lawrence High School, we'll play the first round of the baseball play.
You should announce that at the beginning. Most people have tuned out by now.
They're tuned out by now.
What? We're playing
duration's not good.
Islands. Doubleheader starts at 3.
Sweep.
Yep, sweep them.
Self-proclaimed voice of the Raiders will be there.
Times are tough. Congratulations, man. That's a big region championship for them guys. They overachieved
Really
for sure. So
some have said smoky voice, kind of raspy.
It is raspy.
That's why it sounds so good.
Can you, from now on, we need you to throw things like at the beginning when everybody's listening. Right now, there's maybe 6 people that have tuned in this far.
I mean, I know 1, 2, 3 people that work at West Lawrence that probably should have already.
Hi, bring us home, buddy.
Thank you, Law. Appreciate you, buddy. Be sure to tune in to Big Ugly Sports on Instagram, Facebook, BigUglySportsShow.com,
TheBigUglySportsShow.com,
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all over the world, folks.
Come see us at the Raider Rumble this weekend. The Big Ugly Sports team will be playing in it in some capacity. Thank you for that. Appreciate all our sponsors, Bank of Dudley and the rest of the guys for everything you do for us. And just whatever you're doing today, wherever you're at, tell them what to do.
Get on that bus.
Wipers with the swag like this, and they swishing. Yeah, they swishing.